Don't eat at Subway. Again, until you watch this. Subway built its entire empire on one word: fresh. But the bread arrives frozen, the meat comes vacuum packed, and a single foot-long can push you past your entire daily sodium limit before dinner. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what fresh means inside a Subway store, and it is not what they are selling you. For decades, Subway positioned itself as the healthy alternative, not a burger chain, not a fried chicken shop, something better. Fresh ingredients, made in front of you, your choice, your sandwich. That message landed perfectly in Britain. By the early 2000s, Subway had more locations in the UK than McDonald's. Parents chose it for their children, office workers chose it over meal deals, gym goers chose it as a post-workout meal. The brand built an identity around a single identity: fresh, fast, better for you. But here is what Subway never put on the sign. The bread contains more sugar than some donuts, the meat is processed and vacuum-packed days in advance, and the sodium levels in a standard footlong are among the highest of any fast food meal in Britain. The promise was never quite what it seemed. Let us start with the bread, because this is where the fresh claim falls apart completely. Subway bread is not baked fresh from scratch in store. Frozen dough arrives at each store in pre-portioned rolls. Staff place it in a proving drawer to thaw and rise. Then it goes into an oven. Then it is served to you. In reality, it is industrially produced frozen dough finished on site. But here is the bigger problem. In 2020, an Irish court ruled that Subway bread could not legally be classified as bread under Irish tax law. The reason? The sugar content was too high. Subway bread contains around 5 grams of sugar per 100 grams of dough. Irish law requires bread to have a sugar content below 2% of the flour weight to qualify as staple bread. Subway bread failed that test. The court ruled it was closer to a confectionery product than a bread product. The recipe is the same in Britain. You are not eating a bread roll, you are eating a sweetened dough product baked from frozen, and Subway has been calling it fresh for 30 years. Now the fillings. Subway meat arrives at stores pre-cooked, pre-sliced and vacuum-packed. The chicken strips, the steak, the meatballs, all prepared at central production facilities, all sealed in packaging, all transported to stores cold. Staff open the packaging and place the meat in trays. That is the preparation. Now look at the ingredients more closely. Subway chicken contains soy protein filler. Some independent tests found the chicken breast strips contained as little as 50% actual chicken. Subway disputed those findings, but ingredient lists confirm the presence of soy protein, modified starch, and flavorings alongside the meat. The processed meat lines, salami, pepperoni, ham, contain sodium nitrite, a preservative linked in multiple studies to increase colorectal cancer risk when consumed regularly. This is not fresh meat, this is processed, vacuum-packed, industrially produced protein with a list of additives most people never read. Now let us talk about sodium, because this is where Subway becomes genuinely alarming. A standard 6-inch Subway melt contains approximately 1,600 milligrams of sodium. A footlong? Over 3,000 milligrams. The NHS recommended daily limit for adults is 2,400 milligrams. 1 foot-long Subway melt takes you over your entire daily sodium limit. Before you add crisps, before you add a drink, before dinner. The spicy Italian footlong contains over 3,200 milligrams of sodium. Even the so-called healthier options push well past 1,000 milligrams for a 6-inch portion. High sodium intake is directly linked to high blood pressure, increased stroke risk and heart disease, and Subway has been marketing this to British families as the healthy choice for 3 decades. But the calorie content is where the real deception begins. The next section reveals how Subway uses customization to hide just how much you're actually consuming. Before we continue, take a second to subscribe and hit like. It helps push this investigation to the people who need to see it. Let us keep going. Subway built its marketing around low-calorie options, but here is how Subway calorie counts actually work. The advertised calorie figures are for the base sandwich. No sauce, no cheese, no extras. Nobody orders a Subway with no sauce and no cheese. Add sweet onion sauce. That is 80 calories and 12 grams of sugar. Add mayonnaise. That is another 110 calories. Add cheese. Another 60 calories. Add a cookie. Another 220 calories. A 6-inch turkey breast advertised at 280 calories becomes a 600-calorie meal before you have finished ordering. A footlong with standard additions pushes past 1,000 calories easily. Subway knows exactly how people order. They know most customers add sauce, cheese, and a drink. But they advertise the base figure because it looks better on the marketing. You are making a health decision based on a number that does not reflect what you actually eat. Now the sauces. Because this is where sugar hides in plain sight. Subway sweet onion sauce contains 12 grams of sugar per serving. Honey mustard contains 8 grams of sugar per serving. Barbecue sauce contains 10 grams of sugar per serving. Most people add 2 to 3 portions of sauce per sandwich without thinking. That is up to 36 grams of sugar from sauce alone. The NHS recommends adults consume no more than 30 grams of free sugar per day. Your Subway sauce just exceeded that limit. The customization model is not about giving you control. It is about making you feel responsible for your choices, while the system nudges you toward higher sugar, higher sodium combinations every single time. Let us be practical. If you're going to Subway occasionally, here are the better choices. 6-inch over footlong every time. Half the sodium, half the calories. Choose roast chicken or turkey breast over processed meats like pepperoni, salami, and meatballs. Skip the sauce or ask for a very small amount. This alone saves up to 36 grams of sugar. Choose whole grain bread over white. Marginally better fiber content. Load on the vegetables. They add nutritional value at no extra sodium cost. Avoid the meal deal. The cookie and the sugary drink double your sugar intake instantly. And avoid making Subway a daily habit. Once a week, your body can manage that. Every workday lunch for years, that is when sodium, processed meat, and sugar accumulate into a long-term health pattern. Subway is not unique in what it does. It is just the most successful at the branding. Prêt à manger. Natural ingredients, handmade, freshly prepared daily, but Pret sandwiches regularly contain over 1,500 milligrams of sodium. Leon, fast food with integrity, real ingredients, but Leon rice boxes regularly push past 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Itsu, low-calorie Japanese-inspired food, but Itsu products contain preservatives, modified starch, and flavor enhancers across several lines. The pattern is the same. Premium branding, health-adjacent language, ingredients that tell a different story. Subway pioneered this model. Every chain that followed learned from it. The lesson was simple. If you call it fresh, people will believe it is healthy. And if they believe it is healthy, they will come back every day. The Subway you trust is not the healthy alternative it claims to be. The bread is frozen dough with a sugar content an Irish court ruled was closer to confectionery than bread. The meat is vacuum-packed, processed, and filled with additives. The sodium in a single footlong exceeds your entire daily recommended limit. And the calorie figures on the menu do not reflect how anyone actually orders. Subway is not evil. It is not uniquely dangerous. It is a fast food chain that built a billion-pound empire on one word. Fresh. And that word was never quite true. You do not have to boycott Subway. But you should understand what you're eating. Stop letting the branding make the decision for you. Read the labels, check the sodium, skip the sauce, and ask harder questions about what fresh actually means. Because if this is what we found inside Subway, what do you think is happening at the other chains marketing themselves as healthy alternatives? The healthy fast food deception is bigger, hidden, deeper. We are investigating next. Subscribe for more British food exposés. Turn on notifications. The next investigation drops soon. And trust us, you need to see what we found. Comment below, do you eat at Subway regularly? Did you know about the sodium levels, and after watching this, will you change your order? Thanks for watching, stay informed.